Are you eating veggies that could be silently spiking your blood sugar? You'd think all vegetables are healthy, but for diabetics, some can actually make blood sugar levels harder to control. Today, we're counting down the top 10 vegetables diabetics should avoid. Stick around. Some of these might surprise you. 10. Potatoes. Potatoes are one of the worst vegetables for diabetics due to their high carbohydrate content and glycemic index. Potatoes are packed with starch that quickly turns into glucose, causing rapid blood sugar spikes. This effect is consistent across all potato dishes, whether they're baked, fried, mashed, or even boiled. What makes potatoes even more concerning for diabetics is their high glycemic load, meaning they're not just high in carbs but can also lead to insulin spikes, potentially worsening insulin resistance over time. For those trying to manage diabetes, potatoes pose a consistent challenge. Even sweet potatoes, which are often thought of as healthier alternatives, carry enough carbs to cause issues if consumed frequently or in large amounts. Some people try to manage their potato intake by sticking to smaller portions, but for diabetics, even small servings can have a noticeable impact. If you're working on managing your diabetes, potatoes in any form should be avoided or kept to an absolute minimum. There are plenty of lower-carb vegetables to enjoy that won't throw your blood sugar out of balance the way potatoes can. 9. Corn is often considered a healthy, natural vegetable, but it's actually loaded with natural sugars and starch, which makes it problematic for those managing diabetes. A cob of corn, canned corn, or even corn-based products like tortilla chips or cornmeal can all lead to a spike in blood sugar. Many people don't realize that corn is actually more of a starchy carbohydrate than a typical vegetable, meaning its impact on blood sugar can be similar to that of bread or pasta. Regularly consuming corn can make it harder for diabetics to control their blood sugar levels and may even contribute to insulin resistance over time. Some diabetics try to keep corn as an occasional treat, thinking it won't have too much of an impact, but even small servings can be risky. And while corn does have some fiber, its carbohydrate content typically outweighs the benefits, especially for those trying to manage diabetes. For diabetics, it's best to limit corn or skip it altogether, opting for vegetables that have less of an impact on glucose levels and insulin response. 8. Peas. Peas may be small, but they pack a surprising amount of carbohydrates, which can be a concern for diabetics. Many people don't realize that peas can have as many carbs as some starchy vegetables, making them more impactful on blood sugar than they appear. Peas have a naturally high sugar content, which can cause a quick rise in blood glucose levels when consumed in larger portions. Diabetics often add peas to mixed vegetables, soups, or salads, thinking they're a harmless addition, but the cumulative carb effect can make blood sugar control harder to achieve. While peas do contain some fiber, which can help slow down digestion to an extent, the overall carb load still has the potential to raise blood sugar levels. For diabetics looking to keep their blood glucose steady, it may be best to skip peas or enjoy them in very small portions mixed with low-carb vegetables. While they may seem innocent, peas can contribute to the ups and downs in blood sugar that diabetics work hard to avoid. 7. Carrots. Carrots are another vegetable that seems harmless but can cause issues for diabetics, especially when cooked. Raw carrots are lower on the glycemic index, but cooking them breaks down their structure and increases the release of sugars, making them more likely to spike blood sugar levels. Carrots are packed with vitamins, especially beta-carotene, but they also have a natural sweetness that makes them riskier for diabetics. Many people enjoy carrots as a healthy snack or salad ingredient, but for diabetics, too many carrots, particularly cooked, can lead to blood sugar instability. The natural sugars in carrots may be nutritious, but their impact on blood glucose levels can outweigh those benefits if consumed in large amounts. For diabetics, it's best to eat carrots raw and in small portions, ideally balanced with other low-sugar vegetables. While they can be a healthy addition to a diet, they need to be treated with caution if you're trying to manage your blood sugar levels effectively. 6. Butternut squash. Butternut squash is a popular vegetable, especially during fall, but it's surprisingly high in natural sugars and carbohydrates. Just a single serving of butternut squash can add a significant amount of carbs to your meal, leading to potential spikes in blood sugar levels. Many people enjoy butternut squash in soups, casseroles, or roasted as a side dish. But for diabetics, it's one of those foods that can be more harmful than it appears. While it's loaded with vitamins and has a creamy texture, its carbohydrate content makes it less suitable for those trying to keep blood sugar levels under control. Many diabetics assume butternut squash is a safe vegetable, but its impact on glucose can make it more problematic than expected. For those managing diabetes, butternut squash should be eaten in very limited amounts or skipped altogether. There are other options out there with lower carb counts that can offer similar textures and nutrients without the blood sugar spikes. 5. Beets are rich in color and packed with nutrients, but they're also high in natural sugars, making them a tricky choice for diabetics. The sugar content in beets can lead to quick increases in blood sugar, particularly when they're juiced or cooked. Many people add beets to smoothies or juices, not realizing the concentrated sugars that can lead to glucose spikes. While beets are beneficial for general health and can improve blood flow and lower blood pressure, their high sugar content can make diabetes management more difficult. For diabetics, small servings of beets may be tolerable on occasion, but it's best to limit consumption to avoid unexpected blood sugar fluctuations. Although they can be a nutritious choice for some, diabetics need to be mindful of portion sizes with beets and avoid overindulging, as the sugars can disrupt blood glucose levels and make it harder to keep blood sugar stable. 4. Pumpkin is another seasonal favorite that diabetics need to approach with caution. While pumpkin is often considered healthy, it contains enough natural sugars to cause blood sugar spikes, especially when it's cooked or used in high-carb desserts. Even fresh pumpkin, which is less processed, still has enough carbohydrates to impact blood glucose levels. Many diabetics enjoy pumpkin in pies, soups, or purees, but the carbohydrate content can lead to difficulties in managing blood sugar. Canned pumpkin is even worse, often containing added sugars, which can make it even riskier for diabetics. While pumpkin does provide fiber and vitamins, its high sugar content means it should be consumed in very limited portions. Diabetics looking for alternatives might consider lower carb options that can provide similar flavors without risking blood sugar imbalances. Pumpkin may be tasty and nutritious, but for those managing diabetes, it's best to treat it as a rare treat rather than a regular part of the diet. 3. Yams are often confused with sweet potatoes, but both are high in carbohydrates and can cause blood sugar spikes for diabetics. While they are high in vitamins and antioxidants, yams also contain enough starch to lead to rapid increases in blood glucose. Diabetics may think that yams are a healthier alternative to white potatoes, but they're just as likely to cause blood sugar imbalances due to their high carb content. Yams are especially problematic when cooked, as this breaks down the starches into sugars that the body absorbs quickly. Whether baked, mashed, or fried, yams can cause glucose levels to rise, making it difficult for diabetics to keep their blood sugar in check. For those looking to manage diabetes effectively, it's best to avoid yams and choose lower-carb vegetables that don't have the same impact on blood sugar. 2. Parsnips. Parsnips may look like white carrots, but they're actually high in carbohydrates and have a glycemic index that can cause quick increases in blood sugar. Many people don't realize that parsnips are as high in carbs as other starchy vegetables, which can make them less than ideal for diabetics. While they do contain fiber, the overall carb load can still contribute to blood sugar spikes, especially when consumed in larger portions. Diabetics often overlook parsnips when planning meals, but even small servings can lead to an increase in glucose levels. Because of their high glycemic index, parsnips are best avoided or consumed in very small portions. For diabetics, it's better to stick with vegetables that have a lower impact on blood sugar, as the carb content in parsnips can make blood sugar control more challenging. 1. Acorn squash. Acorn squash may seem like a healthy, nutrient-rich vegetable, but it's high in carbohydrates and natural sugars, making it a poor choice for diabetics. Acorn squash is commonly used in fall and winter dishes, but its carb content can lead to unexpected blood sugar spikes. While acorn squash is full of vitamins, minerals, and fiber, the sugars and carbohydrates can make it a risky option for diabetics. Even though it may seem harmless, diabetics should be cautious with acorn squash and consume it in small, controlled portions if they choose to eat it. For those looking to maintain stable blood sugar levels, acorn squash is best avoided or saved for very occasional use. So, there you have it, the top 10 vegetables diabetics should be cautious with. If this video helped you out, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more tips on living healthy with diabetes. Let us know in the comments. Were you surprised by any of these veggies? Thanks for watching, and stay healthy.